Okay, so this is our second stream. What I learned from last game is 10 minutes is actually not enough to talk and play the chess game at the same time, so I need to make some changes. And that's going to be the game time. This is another Sicilian game. Same thing. Center pawn. We want to avoid these two pawns in the center. So we attack this square. I like to play this move. It prevents this knight and this pawn from going forward. It protects this pawn, makes our nice line. So when I see this move, it's very simple to me. I play this pawn to blunt the bishop. And the next moves we're playing are gonna focus on this bishop. Push it around. I automatically, or my first thought is taking this pawn. So I'm probably gonna do that, but I do have 15 minutes. If I play knight c6, they're gonna take, and I'm gonna lose my castling rights. That's really gonna happen any other move, so I'm gonna take. And the reason I did is they're gonna take here and take my queen, and then I'm gonna have to take with my king. And you don't want to take with your king. So what happened? Okay, knight here. The moves I'm thinking of are challenging the knight or developing this bishop. This move is possible too. I'm gonna. So all three of these I think are playable. I'm just gonna choose this one. We're behind a minute already. That's okay. You can be behind in a 15-minute game if you have enough time left. I just realized I don't have the chat open in case someone chats. So I'm going to do that. I've been using this program, a Restream. And it's really cool because you can stream to multiple channels at once. So you can stream to YouTube, you can stream to Facebook, you can stream to TikTok, you can stream to Instagram. Oh, we've got to move here. No reason not to take back. Even though it seems obvious, right? That if they take the knight, you take with the pawn. Like, there are some positions where you can get a check. It doesn't work in this case. But maybe you want to play the check and then take. So even if it seems super obvious, it's not great to pre-move. It can be a bad habit. First move I'm thinking of is trading this bishop off. So pushing this pawn, putting this bishop here, trading it off. We've also got this pawn push. This would push the bishop back too, but they would get this check. And I'm not really happy with that. We've also get this knight move. There's not a response here. Oh, well, there is a response, but it loses a pawn. This move we thought about earlier. It looks good too. I think I want to get castled or start my process of castling because they got castled and they're going to start using this rook and queen on this file. So I'm gonna start getting castled. We can do this next move. It's not easy to stop. They could play a b4. If that honestly might be okay just to stop h5. It doesn't actually stop h5 now that I think about it. You can still play it. Maybe they play b5. I'm not sure. I just changed my audio from stereo to mono because I think my mic only captures one channel of audio. And I think like stereo is important for music if you want different sounds in each ear. Like the Beatles use stereo a lot in their music. But for like streaming for chess and just talking, I think mono is fine. There's not really anything that's unsynchronous or asynchronous. That's one thing on the left that's different from the thing on the right. So mono would work. Next move I want to play is knight f6, getting castled. I've still got these in my mind, so oh, that's an interesting move. So it attacks this pawn. One thing that I'm thinking of is in a lot of positions you let them take the pawn, and then you can either attack the queen with this move, or if I play this and takes, you can play rook to g8, and that's really strong. So I'm thinking of both things, of maybe playing this pawn, and when takes, playing bishop f6. Then they move the queen back. I think this might be even better because you go rook here, and things are covered. It does mean when we don't protect this pawn, that we're going to go uncastled for the rest of the game. So it's a big decision, so I should take some time to decide if I want to go for this sacrifice, or if I should play bishop here and protect the pawn. That's the safer option. So if we run out of time, I think I'm going to spend 45 minutes or 45 seconds on this move. And if I don't calculate this move, then I'm going to play the safer move. So what would this be? Queen here, rook g8. Queen has to move, probably going to h6. I think that's the only move, actually. We could play rook h6, then the queen has to go back. Could go back to h3. Could go back this way. h3, I actually have this pawn push, which looks pretty good. I said I was going to go the safer move if I couldn't decide. So that maybe this is a risky decision, but I'm going to go for this sacrifice. Just because the king is castled already. Not just because it's castled, but one of the reasons is the king is castled already. And another reason is it pushes the queen around. The queen has to make 1, 2, 3 moves. So they didn't take. And that makes sense. That means we can castle. That means we can go with this plan. What's better? I think I have a low time. I want to build some time, so I'm going to go for the safer option. I'm going to castle. And by building time, I mean I want to play fast because I'm a little low on time. So I need to catch up to my opponent. And sometimes you can be behind on time. If you're playing somebody who is spamming moves, you can be behind on time and still be okay. But it depends on the length of the game. So I have 10 minutes left, and that's a lot of time. So I'm okay with being a little behind on time because I still have 10 minutes left. If I had 2 minutes left and they had 4 minutes, that's about the same difference, 2 minutes ahead. But I would need to play even faster because the bulk time, the maximum time is a smaller interval. So I'm looking at this move. I'm looking at this plan still. This plan. I can play this since I'm already castled and it looks pretty good. It's a little more forcing than this move. So I'm going to play it. What I'm thinking about is where they put their bishop. We could take with both pawns. I was gonna automatically take with my right pawn, just because it's connected. These 3 pawns versus these 2 pawns. If I take with my left pawn. So do I go with my first intuition? This move actually opens up the bishop, which is interesting. So I think they're both actually good. I want to go. I'm going to try something different and go with the disconnected pawns, but opening my bishop. That seems a little more aggressive. And I'm pretty certain that both of these pawn moves are decent. So I can choose between both of them. And what I do choose is the more aggressive option this game. If I was playing maybe a higher rated player, maybe I would go for the safer option. But you could even flip a coin and choose which one. Or not choose which one. Okay. So bishop 1 square back. This hits my king. So this knight is really important in defending that square. We could attack the queen. And that looks pretty good. That gets our bishop out. So that's the first move that comes to my head. Let's look at other moves. We could go bishop d6, improve our bishop slightly. It kind of mirrors, this bishop would mirror our opponent's bishop. And they don't have a knight on the square, so it's even stronger. The thing I see about bishop to d6 is it removes the bishop from this square, and this move is now stronger. That move now pins our queen. So I think that's a big enough reason to not play that move. So we're a little low on time, so we're not going to look any further. We're just going to go with this option. This looks good. Where the queen goes, I haven't even calculated that. And that's a little lazy of myself. But I do forgive myself for that. Because You know, I think it's because this move is so strong, it develops the piece and it attacks the queen, that no matter where the queen goes, it's going to be okay. But I should calculate where the queen goes. I blame the time. It's always the time. Okay. So now we have this move that we wanted to play with tempo. So let's calculate where the queen goes this time. So the queen can go here, can go here. Those are the only squares. Queen here looks pretty good. It attacks this important square. Queen here doesn't look as good because it gets in the way of the rook. So let's focus on this square. What do? We can protect this square. We actually don't have to protect the square. Oh, I'm seeing some dangerous stuff here. If the queen goes to h4, we can play h6. They can take this pawn, sacrifice for 2 pawns. Now the queen is here. Our king is naked. These 2 pawns are not here. And that looks pretty dangerous. So maybe we don't push our pawn. Is there another move? We could ignore the queen. But then this bishop gets here, and it's pretty annoying. This is difficult. So an interesting option is I could play this rook here and tie this bishop to the square. So if they ever play this bishop away from the pawn, then we could take this pawn. I think that's a little better than removing this bishop. Even if it's forceful, it forces the queen to an even better square. This is a better square for the queen because it attacks this pawn. So we're going to play this move, not force the queen into a better square. I just realized something. If they push our bishop, we're going to go here. This queen is on this square. They can play bishop h6, and we can't take because the pawn is pinned. But I saw bishop g6, which blocks the queen, and that looks like it's saving us. But that's a miss. I did not see that move. Oh, there immediately. So they're chucking this pawn. Which for good reason, because if they take this knight, the bishop falls. We have to move the bishop. So there's these 2 squares I'm looking at. We're 5 minutes behind, so we have to play fast. This blocks this horizontal, this file. This is going ready to go to bishop h6. I gotta play fast, so I think they could go queen here and attack this pawn and take this knight that's protecting this square. It's getting dangerous. I think I'm gonna play bishop h5 into g6. So we blunt this bishop. The alternative bishop e6 looks good, but I'm not feeling it. I think this queen's too powerful, so we have to block it. 4 minutes to 10 minutes. That means we gotta play fast. Taking a quick break to look at my phone. So I'll be right back. I'm gonna mute. All right, we are back, and we have 2 minutes and 30 seconds, so we gotta play fast. Oh, this move. So y'all are gonna see my quick thinking, as if this move, what I'm looking at. I'm just gonna play this move. It looks safe. This threat is okay, but we can take so far. They might play queen here. Taking. What do I take with? This looks safer. It's towards the center. This opens up the rook. It's a little attacking. I'm going to be attacking, I think, because I'm low in time, so I want to get something going. Some pressure. I should be thinking a little ahead, but I really don't know what they would play. They might play their rook here, getting both rooks in the center. That's an interesting idea. They could move their queen. Okay. So this pawn right here I can take. But this move does attack my rook. So I'm seeing this move too, pushing the queen away. They've got this check. I can step away. That looks okay. Gotta play fast. We're getting, what is this time control? 10 seconds. So I have 10 seconds to move. So I know I have at least 10 seconds to think. So what I should do is almost count out 10 seconds. Plus, we have 2 minutes left. So that's how many moves left in the game? Let's say 30. So 2 minutes divided by 30. So that's 2 minutes is 60 seconds plus 60 seconds, which is 120 seconds, divided by 30 is 4. So we have 4 extra seconds. So we have about 14 seconds to move. So that's an easy way you can calculate. We want to go a little less than that, though, because of our time. We've already spent at least 10 seconds. I think this move is safe. Gotta watch out for that. I could move the other rook in. Or I like this move. It improves a rook. So our pawn chain is doing a good job of blocking off the knight. So there's not a lot of knight moves. This one is kind of bad because it blocks the rook. We want to be careful about these pawns here. We could push this pawn and move back the bishop. That is weakening the square. But it's an option. It gives us a little breathing room for our king. We gotta play fast. I'm not even thinking about anything. I'm just like staring into space. Because I honestly don't even know what they would do. This is the next move I think of, and then I could play here. Kind of trade off the rooks. I'm seeing this move. This move pins the knight, which is pretty good. Maybe I should have played that last move. Oh, they move their queen voluntarily. So I like pinning this. What else? We could trade rooks. We could trade rooks this way. Both of them are good. I gotta play fast here, so I'm gonna go with one of my first options. Drewski 847. I wonder what the 847 represents. Or if it's a random number. Oh, that looks like a good move. It improves the rook. Oh, and it attacks this pawn. So I'm encouraged to protect that. We could protect it a couple ways. So I got to pick one of them quick. This looks like an okay one. It kind of gets in the way of the queen. I'm going to go for it. It pins the rook to the queen. They don't have a check. If they had a check, this could be devastating. But I think it works out. When you have less time, you almost have to make mistakes intentionally, or like you have to let yourself make mistakes. So this could be a mistake. Or it could be an advantage. A pin goes both ways. So a lot of defense on this thing. So I could move back, abandon this knight. Oh, he's asking for the trade. Well, I'm just gonna trade. They have to take with the rook, and then we get our rook in this square. Yeah, so I could go with this or this. I kind of like this rook going here. It does pin it. So maybe we should play this. I don't know. I have no time. I have to play one of these. This is safer because it's not a pin. We kind of have to start pre-moving with this low time. I actually won't. I won't pre-move even if, because it just like it deletes the knight from the board, so you don't even know the knight is there. So it's really bad for streaming. We gotta play fast. I'm gonna play here now. Line up the rooks. We gotta play pretty fast. At least we gotta count to 10 seconds now. So we have 1 minute and 30 seconds. That is 60 plus 30 is 90 divided by what am I doing? How many seconds per move? So how many moves left in the game? Probably 20. So 1 minute, so 90 divided by 20, that's about 5. So we, is it? About 4 to 5. So we've got 10 plus 5 seconds at the most. Attacks the bishop. I have to do something. I want to keep this bishop. I don't want to take, so I'm going to go back to this safe square. This square, too, is pretty good. But I'm looking at this. So if we moved the bishop here, they had this knight move, which gains a tempo because it attacks the bishop. So this square looks better. We're looking pretty good here. I like our position. We've got our rooks lined up here. This knight is safe because of this pawn. I want to get my king back to this square. Oh, this move, huh? Don't have much time. I'm going to play this safe move. So the safe move, it gets the king one step closer to the center. Maybe we're going even more forward. They could, I'm looking at this pile up. Then we put our king here. Oh, that's an interesting move. It threatens these. This doesn't threaten anything immediately. I'm just going to play pretty fast, move our king up towards the center. Your king wants to be on the edge when it's dangerous, but when the queens are gone, so it's a little safer to move our king towards the center. It's still dangerous. It's still a little dangerous. Knight here, so this threatens these squares. Oh, we have to protect this square. That's unfortunate. We want our rooks here. We could push the pawn. They could go there. This is unfortunate. I'm going to take the rook first, so the bishop is on this square, and they can't go here right away. It wins at least one tempo, because if he puts his rook here, he has to, or they have to move their bishop before the rook is active. Okay, I could go here, improve my knight, improve my bishop. That's the moves I'm looking at. I wanna take this knight. It pins the knight. This knight is really strong because it attacks this pawn. It ties down my rook, so I want to free my rook. Allow it to be free. Okay, so they move. I think I do want to take this knight. It's just so strong in that I can never. It always attacks this pawn. So we're getting our rook to the open file next. We're building time a little bit. We're playing fast enough. So maybe we should slow down just a little bit. Make sure we're not making any hasty decisions. I'm looking at this move, improving the knight, and this move. The weak squares on their side of the board are these squares. So a knight, if I could imagine my knight getting here, this attacks this pawn. So that's pretty good. I can see the path. It's here, here. That's an interesting move. I have this rook up, which attacks this bishop. Oh, the bishop is attacking this pawn. I want to save this pawn. So we'll just allow this. We have to. I won't pre-move. I'll keep that. That idea. If we take with the knight, this pawn falls, so we have to take with the pawn. So we'll do that. This rook is coming in now. This looks like a bad position for me. The problem is they have their pawns in 2 islands. I have my pawns in three islands. So I think this position is a bit worse. Maybe half a pawn or a whole pawn. So we're looking to draw. My dream square is if I could get this knight here. In one move, so I could prevent this rook from getting in. So I have 2 options. I could go king. Oh, that's interesting. So they're directly attacking this pawn. So my only options are to defend it. And I have these 2 options. I'm going to go with the more active option. This is a defensive option. Which, it's interesting, but I'm going to go with activity. So having the rook on this square. It's a little more forward than this square. My plan was to just defend this way. We could go our king back. That doesn't entice me to go backwards. Oh, they took. So our pawns are on light squares. This is on a dark square. So as long as we get our king in this way. Oh, wow. They're not moving their king this way. So they're allowing us this quick path, which is interesting. I'm going to take it. Oh, that works for them. I'm realizing a problem here that this pawn is pinned, so I can't move the knight. This move defends the pawn, and then we'll try to push the pawns. Or we could sack the pawn. Looking for some options here. There doesn't seem to be many. I'm going to try to push these pawns. Oh, so we have a about even time. We're just a little ahead. They moved their bishop, so this pawn is safe now. I'm going to try to get these pawns onto light squares. This king is looking to get in. I'm going to move the knight. A little random option here. I didn't really calculate. So if king here, oh, that's a good move, isn't it? I have this check. I'm gonna play fast. Now this looks kind of lost. We have to take. Attack this pawn. We have to push this. I'm playing a little fast here. I think I could have pushed this pawn last move and prevented this bishop move. But we're waiting this pawn. But these are too strong. I think this is just losing. They didn't take. If I take here, they're winning this. Well, it's either winning or losing. This knight move defends both these squares. We could go here. They might just take, and it feels losing. Oh, we have to do it. Oh, really? They didn't take? They should have taken now because they're going to have to take later. If I take this, they're pushing this pawn and it's just running. So I think we just lose. I'm just desperate here. Gotta stop the queen. There's just no hope here. I'm gonna resign. Oh, well, that's unfortunate. I feel like this game was like a draw at least. I don't know what went wrong. I guess this opening up this rook. Seems kind of random. Kind of random. Okay. Well, I don't feel good ending on a loss, but that's how it goes sometimes. So thank you if you stopped in. And that's all for